Disinformation spreads through the far right wing and conspiracy sites faster than chlamydia spreads through the porn industry. How fast? Well, since September 15th, roughly a 2-week period of time, over 20,000 articles were republished by these nutjob sites, each spreading the disinformation with gullible clickbait titles like President Obama orders behavioral experiments on the American public and Obama issues Orwellian executive order, which is basically a laughable attempt to create an evil psychological experiment conspiracy around one of Obama's newest executive orders, all because of scary science stuff, and the fact that people didn't read the freaking executive order. If they had, they would know the big bad government Obama did not order behavioral experiments on the American public. In a moment, I'll cover what the executive order was actually about. Afterwards, I'll explain 3 behavioral psychology methods the far-right-wing media and conspiracy websites are both themselves guilty of using, all to create more profits at the expense of the human mind. The executive order is rather simple to understand, and it starts off with, a growing body of evidence demonstrates that behavioral science insights and research can be used to design policies to better serve the American people. The executive order gives a few examples of what this means, too. For example, automatic enrollment, automatic escalation into retirement saving plans have made it easier to save for the future and have helped Americans accumulate billions of dollars in additional retirement savings. Similarly, streamlining the application process for federal financial aid has made college more financially accessible for millions of students. A government of the people, for the people, should be more efficient for the people, too. Now on to the intent of the order. To fully realize the benefits of behavioral insights and deliver better results at a lower cost for the American people. Costing the taxpayer less money is always a good thing. It goes on to say, the federal government should design its policies and programs to reflect our best understanding of how people engage with, participate in, and respond to those policies and programs. And finally, I list a few of the benefits too. By improving the effectiveness of the efficiency of the government, behavioral science insights can support a range of national priorities, including helping workers find better jobs, enabling Americans to lead longer, healthier lives, improving access to educational opportunities and to support for success in school, and accelerating the transition to a low-carbon economy. That all sounds completely logical to me. Spend less tax dollars while creating policies to better serve the American citizen. The entire executive order is linked in the description below. It's less than 3 pages long. Read through the executive order yourself, and you'll quickly discover it does not order behavioral experiments on the American public. That suggestion is a flat-out lie. And of course, it's not totalitarian, or an irrational political concept, or the politicization of everyday language, or better summed up as Orwellian. Websites like World News Daily and Alex Jones, among thousands of others, are themselves guilty of using behavioral psychology to manipulate the opinions of the American citizen. So let's take a look at those 3 primary methods they're using to brainwash everyone with. The first, and the simplest of the 3, is to create an enemy. This was done even before Obama was even elected, and has been repeated for the last 7 years in almost everything published by the right wing, and most media in general. The other enemy is executive orders, or as the right wing puts it, so-called constitutional abuses and overreach of executive orders. In short, every action Obama takes is the enemy. The second method is called the negativity effect. And that's when they use a negative bias, like experiments on the American public, to create a negative emotional response, all to fire up the base. While all media is guilty of this to some degree, the right wing has long mastered this art, and the psychological damage, it can easily be seen simply by reading the comments on such garbage articles. And finally, the third and most extreme and manipulative motivator of them all is fear motivation. However, for it to be effective, it needs a comfort zone, something like guns, or at least the idea of a fearful armed citizen can rise up against a tyrannical or Orwellian Obama government. That's it. The 3 most basic and simple ways the crazies manipulate an entire voting base of citizens. Scary, isn't it? Fact is, if you feed people enough of this type of bullshit, it becomes easy to sell them all that wacky medical supplements and garbage life insurance policies. So the next time a clickbait topic like this comes across your social stream, all you have to do is look for the enemy, a false negativity and fear, and bam, you know someone's peddling you a load of bullshit. Be vigilant, my friends, and have a good day.